Luxury goods are more than just objects. They represent a dream. They are symbols of success, craftsmanship, and a certain kind of life that many people aspire to live. When you hold a genuine Hermès Birkin bag or feel the weight of a real Rolex on your wrist, you are connecting with a long history of artistry. These items are made with the finest materials by skilled artisans who have often trained for decades. This dedication is what gives a luxury product its soul. It's not simply about the logo. It's about the story, the quality, and the feeling of owning something truly special and rare. This powerful allure makes people desire these goods intensely. However, this same desire has created a massive shadow industry: counterfeiting. Fake luxury goods are everywhere. They are sold on city streets, in hidden back-alley shops, and all over the internet. What was once a small-time problem of poorly made knockoffs has exploded into a global business worth billions of dollars. Today's fakes are not always easy to spot. Counterfeiters have become incredibly sophisticated, using advanced technology and cheap labor to create superfakes that can look almost identical to the real thing. They mimic everything from the stitching on a handbag to the holograms on a tag, making it harder than ever for an average person to tell the difference. The reach of this illegal trade is staggering. It has infiltrated social media, with influencers unknowingly or knowingly promoting fake products to their followers. Online marketplaces are flooded with listings for counterfeit sneakers, watches, and jewelry, often disguised with clever wording and stolen product photos. The counterfeiters are professionals at deception. They create a convincing illusion of authenticity, tricking millions of consumers into buying products that are not what they seem. This widespread availability has normalized the act of buying fakes, making people forget that it is not a harmless bargain but a part of a much larger, more dangerous criminal network that operates in the shadows. The line between real and fake has become dangerously blurred. Consumers, tempted by a low price tag, often believe they are getting the same style and status without the high cost. They see a bag that looks like a Chanel, or a watch that resembles a Patek Philippe and think, what's the harm? But this question overlooks the vast, dark reality behind that fake product. The counterfeit industry is not a victimless crime. It is an enterprise built on deception, exploitation, and in many cases, outright danger. The shiny exterior of a fake luxury item often conceals a very ugly truth, one that affects not only the brands but the consumers and society as a whole. The low price of a counterfeit product comes at a very high and often hidden cost to your health. To keep their expenses down, counterfeiters use the cheapest materials available, with no regard for safety standards or regulations. This means that the fake luxury items you buy could be actively harming you. Fake jewelry, for instance, has been found to contain dangerous levels of lead, cadmium, and nickel. These toxic metals can be absorbed through your skin, leading to severe allergic reactions, skin rashes, and even long-term health problems like organ damage. The beautiful shine on that fake designer necklace might be coming from a coating of something poisonous. This danger extends to other popular counterfeit items as well. Fake sneakers, while they might look like the latest Nike or Adidas release, offer none of the structural support or quality materials of the real thing. They are often made with cheap plastics and glues that can emit toxic fumes. Wearing them can lead to foot problems, joint pain, and injuries because they lack the proper design to support your body during activity. Similarly, fake cosmetics and perfumes are notorious for containing harmful ingredients. Lab tests have revealed everything from arsenic and mercury to urine and bacteria in these products, which can cause severe skin infections, burns, and other serious health issues. Beyond the direct physical dangers to consumers, the counterfeit industry has a much darker connection to global crime. The immense profits generated from selling fake goods are often funneled directly into other illegal activities. Law enforcement agencies around the world have established clear links between counterfeiting rings and organized crime syndicates. These groups use the money from fake handbags and watches to fund their operations, which can include drug trafficking, human trafficking, and weapons smuggling. When you buy a fake product, you may be unknowingly contributing to a cycle of violence and exploitation that affects communities everywhere. The most disturbing connection is the one between counterfeiting and the funding of terrorist organizations. Multiple international investigations have traced money from the sale of counterfeit goods to extremist groups. For these groups, selling fakes is a low-risk, high-reward way to raise funds for their activities. They can produce the goods cheaply, sell them for a huge profit, and use that money to finance their operations, purchase weapons, and plan attacks. The person buying a fake designer t-shirt on vacation has no idea that their small purchase could be the final drop in a bucket used to fund a tragedy somewhere else in the world. It's a chilling thought, but a crucial one to understand. Behind the scenes, a constant battle is being waged against the flood of counterfeit goods. Customs officers and brand authenticators are the detectives on the front lines of this fight, using their expertise to spot the fakes that most people would miss. For them, it's a science. When examining a piece of suspected counterfeit jewelry, they don't just look at it. They test the metals to check for purity and composition, knowing that real luxury brands use specific grades of gold or platinum. They also inspect the gemstone settings under a microscope, looking for the precise and clean work of a master jeweler, which is starkly different from the sloppy, glued-in stones often found in fakes. The world of high-end sneakers has its own set of clues. Professional authenticators are trained to recognize the specific feel of the leather, the exact color shade of a particular release, and even the smell of the factory glue used by legitimate brands like Nike or Jordan. They will run a blacklight over the shoe to check for hidden guide marks or stamps that counterfeiters often miss. One famous telltale sign on Air Jordan sneakers is the widow's peak on the toe box, a tiny point of leather that fakes often get wrong. They also check the stitching, which should be perfectly even and tight, unlike the often messy and inconsistent stitching on a counterfeit pair. Luxury watches are another area where experts can find the smallest imperfections. A real Rolex has a smooth, sweeping second hand because of its automatic movement, while many fakes have a ticking motion from a cheaper quartz movement. Authenticators will also examine the Cyclops lens over the date, which on a genuine Rolex magnifies the number precisely 2.5 times. Fakes often get this magnification wrong. They listen to the sound of the movement, feel the weight and balance of the watch in their hand, and scrutinize the tiny laser-etched crown logo on the crystal at the 6 o'clock position, a detail so small it's nearly invisible to the naked eye and extremely difficult for counterfeiters to replicate. When it comes to luxury handbags, the details are everything. An expert authenticator can often tell a fake a mile away just by the way the bag hangs or the quality of the hardware. They examine the zippers, which on a genuine designer bag will be from a high-quality manufacturer like YKK or Lampo, and will feel smooth and substantial. They study the font and spacing of the brand's logo stamp, a detail that counterfeiters frequently get wrong. For a Chanel bag, they count the number of stitches per inch. A real one will have a specific, high stitch count that gives it durability. These experts combine knowledge, experience, and a keen eye to unmask the lies told by the counterfeit industry. The high price of an authentic luxury item is not just for the name, it is a reflection of true value. This value comes from the use of superior materials, the incredible skill of the artisans, and the time-consuming process of creation. A single handmade leather bag can take days or even weeks to complete, with every stitch placed with intention and care. This commitment to quality ensures that the product is not only beautiful but also durable, designed to last for generations. This idea of heritage and longevity is at the core of what luxury means. It's an investment in something that holds its value because its quality is real and undeniable. Counterfeit goods completely undermine this principle. By flooding the market with cheap imitations, they dilute the very idea of exclusivity and craftsmanship that makes a luxury brand special. When fakes become common, it erodes the trust between the brand and its customers. People begin to question whether the expensive item they see is even real. This damages the brand's reputation, which can take decades or even a century to build. The scarcity and difficulty of obtaining a genuine luxury item is part of its appeal. Fakes destroy this by creating a false sense of accessibility, making the real thing seem less special and desirable in the process. For the individual, choosing a fake over the real thing is a risky gamble. Beyond the health and safety dangers, you are buying a product with no guarantee and no value. It will likely fall apart quickly, and when it does, there is no customer service to turn to and no warranty to honor. It becomes a throwaway item, contributing to a culture of waste. Making the conscious choice to buy authentic, whether it's a new item or a pre-owned one from a reputable seller, is a way to protect yourself. It means you are getting a product that is safe, well-made, and holds its value. It's about choosing quality over deception. Ultimately, the choice to buy real is a statement of integrity. It acknowledges the hard work of the artisans, respects the creative vision of the brand, and refuses to support a criminal industry built on exploitation and danger. You can protect yourself from being tricked by doing your research. Always buy from authorized retailers or highly trusted consignment stores. Be skeptical of prices that seem too good to be true, because they almost always are. By understanding the true cost of counterfeits, we can make more informed choices, appreciate the value of genuine craftsmanship, and help preserve the integrity of the things we desire.